Guys, it's Ryan the Fly Guy, Colorado. We finally made it up to our campsite and got set up here. The last camping trip that we showed you was pay camping. So what we're doing on this trip is dispersed camping. So basically you're allowed to come into the national forest here in Colorado and you can find a campsite. So it's first come, first serve. Wherever you come, the best advice is if you're coming, try and make it during the week and not on the weekends or holidays. You get a bunch of kind of wild, crazy people up here that you don't really want to be around. So we're up here today. It's Thursday. We're going to be staying till Saturday. Tomorrow we're going to be doing some fishing on the channel. I have a fishing spot lined up that's not too far from here that I found doing some research and homework. So I'm up here with my mom, so I'll go ahead and show you guys around camp for a minute here. So on this particular camping session, we brought our stove and our propane bottles and our picnic baskets and coolers and camp chairs and my mom. And we got our tent up here. So we are not actually allowed on this camping trip for the second summer in a row to be able to have campfires up here at this particular spot. So it's only camp stoves. So here's our tent that we got from Amazon that Dad got us. And then I'll kind of give you guys a view around here. So there's no Wi-Fi, there's no cell service, there's nothing up here basically. So we're up here just hanging out for our camp session. So today is going to be just hanging around camp. And then tomorrow I'm going to get up and try and do some fishing tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some brook trout at this spot that I have figured out for tomorrow. But I'll give you guys a little view around. We got some pretty cool little wildflowers growing everywhere up here. We got some little purple ones growing up here. So I'll give you guys kind of a view of camp. This is what it looks like from our camp setup. So we're going to be spending the next couple days up here. We're going to try and head home on Saturday. So there is a little pond back down this way. I don't know if I can see it. Here, we'll get over in the trees a little bit. There is a little pond back in here. And I'm not too sure if there's anything in there. It's kind of cut off from everything, so I wouldn't imagine that there's probably fish down in there. It looks like maybe it's just a spot where water's filled up here. But we've got big open grasslands. We've got more wildflowers up here. So I'll take you guys around a little bit and show you up here. So this spot we don't have to pay for up here. The only thing that we bought to bring up here was groceries and firewood and water. So we're going to hear some other more pretty flowers that we got down here. I'll try and get close for you guys so you guys can check out some of the flowers that are growing everywhere up here. So literally this whole spot up here is filled with wildflowers. And then we've got this cool little open field down here. So this is kind of our view that we're enjoying for the next 48 hours up here. This is my preferred method of camping. I'd rather come up and do dispersed camping than pay camping because it gets you away from everybody. So like I said, if you come up during the weeks, it's usually a better time to come up here. It's not filled with like tourists and all that kind of fun stuff. So you get a little bit more privacy and a little bit more safety. Some people come up here and get pretty inebriated and they have certain items with them that they like to use while they're up here, and kind of creates an unsafe environment. So here's some more of our view. Here's our camp. So we came in on this dirt road. We put the truck in four-wheel drive and came up here. So we are about 2.5 hours from our house. So if you guys are familiar with where I live, we're about 2.5 hours from where I live. I'm not going to say elevation-wise where we're at because I don't want people to know. This is one of the spots that me and Mom keep secret. So if you guys are looking for campsites and you are my friends, let me know and I'll tell you, because I trust you guys to respect the spots. But for the public, you guys will have to do some homework and try and figure out your own spots to go. But this is where we're staying at. It's a pretty cool little spot. I'll show you guys around because there's no real high mountain peaks or anything like that to give away where we're at. But so tomorrow I will be up in the morning sometime and have some coffee and get ready, and then I got a spot not too far from here. We're going to try and hit a little creek. From my research, what I found, what was available that I found online, said that there was brown trout in that particular stretch that we're going to, and brook trout. So specifically what we're going after tomorrow is a brook trout. I'm not going to cry too much if we catch some brown trout, but we're going to try and go for brook trout. This time of year there's still snow running off the peaks, so the rivers are a little bit higher, and some spots are kind of unfishable, but I think I found a spot that might be pretty good where the snow runoff's not hitting it too hard. So we'll pick back up in the video tomorrow. Say yesterday we are about 2.5 miles or 2.5 hour drive from our house. So we got down here. The only people we've seen so far up here was some people on ATVs came cruising by, waved at us, and then another couple came up here and walked their dog for a little bit, and then they left. So during the week is key if you want kind of a little bit more privacy while you're out here in the woods. If you come up during the weekends around holidays, it gets pretty crazy and people think it's the Wild West up here. So we're not where we have cell phone service, so you're basically on your own. But here's our camp a little bit. We're gonna get some coffee in us and hang out here at camp for a little while, and then probably the next shot you'll see we'll be down at the fishing spot. So hopefully through all the research that I've done, this particular stretch of stream that I found contains brown trout and brook trout. So today primarily what we're going to be going after is brook trout. We've caught we've caught a stocked brown trout, and we've caught some wild brown trout for you guys on film, so I really want to get some brook trout. So far all we need is a brook trout and a cutthroat to complete my version of the Grand Slam. So what I'm doing this summer is I am targeting all 4 native trout species. A true Grand Slam is catching all 4 native trout species, brook trout, brown trout, cutthroat, and a rainbow in the same location on the same day. I'm splitting that goal up over the course of a summer, so my own personal goal for myself. I'm not really too interested in what the fly fishing purists have to say. I'm more doing this for fun and as my own personal goal for the summer, so that's what we're hoping to have accomplished by the end of July. So we've got 2 more fish species to go. So today we're going after the 3rd. Hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of the camping trip we'll have our 3rd one down, and then we'll have one last trout species to target that's a native here. So technically brook trout aren't native fish to Colorado. They were introduced in 1867, and what they like to do is they compete for food, and they also compete with the cutthroat that we have here that are actual native fish. So they're almost considered in an invasive species, but we still need one for our Grand Slam. So we might keep some brook trout if we catch them. Depends on their size. Most of the time they're really small. They're kind of like a bluegill of the mountains. They're really small and really hungry, so they'll eat for pretty much anything. So I'm hoping that if I can get flies in front of some brook trout today, that we'll get some brook trout on film for you. So that's kind of what we're doing today. So the next shot I'll get you guys will be up at our fishing location. Alright guys, one cool thing that we are allowed to do up here when we're doing dispersed camping at our pay camping sites, we're not allowed to hang anything in the trees or do anything like that. We have our hammock set up out here today. So I'm charging my phone for Mom. I downloaded some movies, so Mom's going to hang out here while I go fishing and watch the movies and hang out in the hammock and enjoy up here. So we're going to start cleaning up here in a minute and get stuff loaded in the truck, and then Mom's going to drop me off about, it's like a mile from our camp. It's like 2 miles back into where we're at right now. So if need be, I can hike from my fishing spot back up here to camp. I know the route to get up here. I've been going over Google Maps for the last 2 days looking for fishing spots and then doing research about what's going to be in those spots if there is anything. Today's going to be an adventure for sure. I've never fished this spot. I don't know truly what's in there or not. I've never been back in there, so today's going to be kind of an exploratory fishing mission with hopes for getting a brook trout today. Alright guys, we just got dropped off. The river's kind of high down here, so we're going to head back in here. We're walking along this trail here, so we're going to follow the trail down here along the river. I'm not going to put my fly rod together until we actually locate a fishable spot. So today just might be a hiking video. I don't know if we'll get any fishing in. I'll give you guys kind of a view of the area where I'm going to be fishing at today. So what we're looking for is some pools kind of like this, but with not so much white water and stuff coming into them. So we're going to be looking for big boulders. Those will be hiding fish behind them. It's going pretty fast. I'm hoping when we go up in here that we'll find some spots that are a little bit more fishable. So, alright guys. So we're in about about a half mile in on our hike here. The water's actually getting to a fishable level. So, turn the camera on for everybody and let you guys see what it looks like up here. So we are getting into some fishable water now. It's pretty clear. I'm not seeing anybody swimming around, so there's no sight fishing going on right now. We're just going to keep making our way up. See if we can locate us some good pools or any rock face where the fish will be hiding. So primarily today what we're going to be looking for is brook trout. So we'll be trying to get a brookie on film. I know there's brown trout up here. There's some fishable areas now finally. So this spot over here to our right probably looks like a good spot that we can throw a couple lines in here. I was really hoping to avoid getting in the water today at all costs. I don't know how much higher or how much further in we're actually going to be able to go. It's kind of looking, might be an unfishable spot. Purportedly people have caught fish out of here, so we're going to see if we can find any area to set up our fly rod and give it a shot. This looks like a fishy spot in here. It's all marshes on the side though, so trying to plan my approach a little bit to where I would actually get to where I would want to fish. Trying to keep myself dry today. I'd really rather not get wet. I still have one more night up here in the mountains. So best advice, even though it's June, try and keep yourself as dry as possible. I do have my rain jacket with us. So there's not supposed to be rain in the horizon for today, but you never know up here. It changes. I keep seeing rises, or I can't tell if it's bugs. I think they're rises. We might go ahead and put our fly rod together finally. This is going to be some technical fishing because we do have all this as back cast and all that fun stuff to watch out for. We'll stay in here for a second and see if we see anything else come up to the surface. I'm not seeing a whole lot of movement in the water. That's pretty clear. I would think if I was going to see fish, I'd probably see them in here. Looking for any swirls or anything to let me know there's anything feeding in here. We're trying to come up here for the evening bite, so these guys will get more active from about 2 o'clock till about 6:30. So that's what we're trying to catch. We just got to get in the right spot at the right time and catch it. Oh cool, we got some kind of like little wooden teepee structure back in here. That's kind of cool. We'll head down here and I'll show you guys this. That's kind of cool. Maybe it's a Bigfoot. Oh, it's a Bigfoot structure. We found a Bigfoot structure. We're really trying to watch our fly rod. I know I'm joking around with you guys, but this is pretty cool. I've never been back in here, so I don't really know what to expect in here. This is wild. Somebody came back here and built this. Here, let's get over here. We'll go check it out. This is wild, wild. Holy crap, those are some big logs. Somebody spent some time back here. Looks like we got some fire pits. This is kind of cool. Here, we'll get a shot up in here for everybody. Oh, cool, they put a fire pit in here. I don't know how safe that is, but it's pretty cool. Small stream over here. So we'll go ahead and check this out a little bit. Hopefully we don't see Bigfoot. Man, this is some super technical fishing if I'm trying to get into here. I don't even know. It's so shallow though. I don't know if anything would actually be living in it. We'll come down here and check it out. Ooh, we got ooh. This little stretch may actually kind of be promising, maybe. We'll give it a quick peek back up this way and see. That little pool might have something in it. That might actually have something in it. This is my absolute favorite fly rod, so I do not want to break this little guy. This is what I taught myself how to fly fish on. So I'm quite attached to it. I can always replace it, but ooh, I see some fish in here, guys. I see some fish in here. I don't know what angle we're going to need to get, but I do see some fish in here. Pool down here. It keeps getting more and more congested with trees and stuff to make it even more difficult to cast in. So we're going to attempt to cast a little bit. We might have to do some real technical fishing. I didn't think that I'd ever need to use this tactic, but what we're gonna do, my rod will cooperate with me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hold this like a bow and arrow. So I'm gonna hold pressure on the end of the line down here, and then I'm actually gonna bend my rod like this, and I'm gonna flick it back up in here. Ooh, we got one finally. We got one, guys. We managed to get one. Let's see what he is. He's a tiny little guy. Tiny, tiny, tiny. What did we get? Oh, it looks like. What did we get? We got us our brookie finally, guys. Here, we'll hold him up here. Here's our little brookie that we got finally. He's not very big, but we're fishing a real small stream today. Real small stream. Here he is right here. He's got his orange belly and the orange fins. Alright, we got him free, guys. So we'll go ahead and hold this little guy up. We'll keep a good hold on him. He's real tiny. You can see his little orange on the bottom down here? That's how we know he's a little brook trout. So here's our little native brook trout to Colorado, and he's back in the water. So it took me a fair amount of research to figure out this location. So there's not a lot of available research, so I would venture to say this is probably the first video that'll be on YouTube of this particular spot. We'll see if we can't get another little brookie out of here. These guys aren't huge in this particular spot. They're not growing very big, but we are getting them. This is the smallest, most technical stream that I have fished yet on the channel. So this is taking a fair amount of skill to do it. Alright, we got us another one, guys. Cool, 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 cool. He's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger. We don't even need the net for these guys. They're so small. They are hungry in this little spot, though. Now, if you guys can see him down here, this guy's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger. He's not much bigger. He's big enough that we'll be able to show him to you. He's pretty decent size. He's a pretty decent little brookie. Here, we'll hold him up here with the fly in his mouth. Alright, we got our nymph free. See if I can't get a good grip on this guy. Of course not. He's back in the water though, guys. So that's our third species down on my personal Grand Slam this year. That's our brook trout that we have here in Colorado. I'm going for all 4 native trout species in Colorado. Ooh, lifted that little guy right out of the water. Here's our 3rd brookie. We're going to keep him in the water. He took our grasshopper. That little guy was hungry. We'll let him have some water here. We'll go ahead and lift him out. Yep, these are all little brookies in here, guys. Trying to keep from getting a hook in my hand. So we'll worry about that here in a second. We'll go ahead and pop him free. Now that we've got him, I'll show you guys a good shot of what that little brookie looks like. Oh, we lost him up on the bank. He's back in the stream. These little guys are squirmy. You can't even keep a hold of them. We're barely getting our fly line out to get it into this little spot. And then we're just letting it dead drift. We got us another one, guys. We got us another one here. This is our 4th brookie in about 5-10 minutes maybe here. A little bit more here. Cool, guys. We'll lift him out. Somehow we got this little guy in the side with our fly. He came up and hit it. We'll go ahead and unhook him. Here's our 4th brookie, guys, right here. We're going to go ahead and release him back into the water. He's back in the stream. Here, guys, I was walking along and I found this little columbine growing out here, and it's literally growing out of this rock and this moss. It's one of the coolest things I've seen up here so far. Oh, we got us a good sized guy out of there. He was sitting pretty high in there. Nice. He was pretty decent. He's a pretty good sized guy. Let's see if we can get him up here on the camera. Otherwise he don't count, really. Let's see if we can get him up out of here. That's a pretty decent little brookie right there. That is a decent sized little brookie right there. Here we go, guys. Here's our brookie that we were after. Get a good grip on him. We'll pop this fly loose off of him. Get a good grip on him. He's our biggest one yet. I don't want to lose him. Everybody can see him right here. He's got these real pretty spots and this red fin and the red belly on him. So this is a decent sized brook trout. He's not super huge, but we'll hold him up for everybody. He's pretty good. We'll go ahead and release him back in the water. There he goes. He's been in here for a while. He was riding that current right there. Got us another one, guys. He's a little small guy, but we got him. We got him. So I believe this is our 6th brookie that we've gotten out of here. So we'll go ahead and unhook off of him. Fly and get it unhooked. Here, we got him unhooked. Here's our 6th or 7th brookie. He's back in the stream. We do need to keep an eye on the time because we are getting picked up, so we can't get super fixated on fishing. We do need to make our way out of here and hike out. We don't want to be spending the night up here without our camping gear. Ooh, we got us another one. I believe this is brookie number 8. Get him over here. So these are all wild brookies that we're catching up here. That little guy took it in the corner of the mouth. I'm going to need the hemostats. Alright, we got our fly undone from him. We're going to go ahead and put him back. He's back in. Alright guys, it's Ryan the Fly Guy, Colorado. I just came back out from the river. I'm going to follow this big main river back down to where I'm getting picked up. I have about a half an hour to make it about 2 miles down, but it's all downhill, so it should be pretty easy. I'm going to give you guys one last look up here. We'll start heading down the trail. So I do know I did a lot of research on this area, as much as I could find, and as far as my knowledge goes and what I was able to find, this is the first spot, or the first time that this spot has been fished and filmed on YouTube. So I was not able to locate any other videos from this location. So unfortunately I'm not sharing where this is at. But if you guys do your homework and you're in my area, I might be able to tell you where I'm at. But I really don't share my camping and fishing spots because they usually get trashed. So I kind of keep them a secret a little bit. I know it's kind of poor sportsmanship, but I do know that out here, this is the very first time that YouTube will have video footage of this area and these brook trout specifically in this area. So I've seen 2 pictures online, one of a brown trout and one of a brook trout that came out of up here. But people were sharing that on FishBrain, and I'm not sharing that information, unfortunately. I'm sorry. So thank you guys for watching. That's going to conclude tonight's fishing session. We're spending one more night up here. So I'm going to hike back down and meet up with my ride. And the next shot will probably be around a camp. And I might be back up here tomorrow to fish it. So we'll see. I see some fish rising out here. So I might be back up here tomorrow to fish it. So you guys might see a little bit more. But thank you guys for watching. This is my 3rd species down on my Grand Slam. I'm going after all 4 native trout species. So we've caught a rainbow. We've caught a brook trout, we've caught stalked brown trout, we've caught wild brown trout. So the last thing we need is a cutthroat. So that'll be a totally different adventure that we go on cutthroat. Guys, Ryan the Fly Guy, Colorado. This is our 3rd day up here. So we're taking down camp now. I'm going to go back and finish fishing that spot that we were at yesterday. So I was going to give you guys a little look at where I slept at last night. So I crawled in here last night, gave the hammock a try for the whole night, did really well. I got a really restful night's sleep in here. I put my foam pad down to reflect some of my body heat, and then I put my second sleeping bag in there, and then sandwiched my other sleeping bag in there, and was super warm. It was really comfortable. My back doesn't hurt. I feel really rested today, so I'm going to be able to go fish. But I just wanted to give you guys a little shot. So we will be taking our hammock back into this spot, I think, on another trip. Okay, there's a chipmunk back here. I don't know if you guys can see him or not. He's running around up here in the rocks. See him run off, guys? So we got chipmunks up here and stuff, but we're going to go ahead and start tearing down camp today. I'll give you guys a shot of what camp looks like when we get done. So I'll show you guys exactly what it's supposed to look like once you're done camping and doing dispersed camping. We always bring up more trash bags than we need to, so that way we can walk around camp and pick up other people's trash as well. So the general rule here, if you're following camping and doing it the right way, is that you always want to bring out more trash than what you brought in. So sometimes, unfortunately, that means picking up after other people's messes. Like I was telling you guys, we try and stay out of the mountains on the weekends. So we were up here last night, and people started piling in and partying down the road from us. So everybody thinks it's the Wild West when they get up here and they can do whatever they want. So best advice, stay out of the mountains on the weekend, or on the weekends and holidays. Stay out of the mountains up here. It's usually nothing but tourists and intoxicated people that have certain items that they probably shouldn't have in their possession while they're intoxicated, but they do anyways. So we're gonna tear down camp. I'll give you guys one more quick view around. So we got our little potty tent over there and our chair and everything. So any of our waste or anything like that that we're doing up here, we're burying, and we're putting it pretty far in the ground and burying it down. So by the time we get done, this site should look like nobody's been here, is our intentions and our goal when we get done here. So we're going to spend the afternoon, early morning, it's like 10:50 right now, cleaning up and kind of packing, so to make it easier when we get done fishing, we won't have so much stuff to put away. All right, guys, we just got dropped off again. We're going to go back up into this little spot that we found yesterday. We're hiking back in right now. I'm wearing some flip-flops and shorts today because I know this trail now, so I'm not going to be wearing my boots and all that fun stuff. I want to get in the water today and not have to wear the waders. So we're about 2 miles from where we need to be. So I did fill up my camel bag. I got my emergency supplies with me. So we're heading back up here. We're going to be about 2 miles in, and we'll put together our rod and start fishing. So the next spot I'll show you guys will be up here fishing. To our spot, we've hiked back in here. It took us about 25-30 minutes to get back here. So as far as I know, I've only seen 2 photographs out of this spot. So I'm not going to say where the spot's at, but this should be the very first video footage of this spot. I've got this really tiny ant pattern on here, and then I've gone ahead and tied my tibbet on the bend of the hook, and I've run it down here to this really small nymph that I have down here that we were catching them on yesterday. We'll give it a shot up here in this little stream area back in here. My guess is they probably ran back in there trying to get away from Genius on her little float tube. Oh, we got us one, guys. We got us one. Cool, cool, cool. He's pretty decent size. I think he took our ant pattern. So he's not going to be the biggest, but we did get us another brookie on film here, guys. So, cool. Cool, cool, cool. That's why we brought the 3-weight up here, guys. So we'll go ahead and get our net out. Makes it a little easier to deal with these guys when we get them in the net. So these are wild trout that we were catching up here. These guys are not stocked fish by any means. Get them in our net. There we go. Cool, he did take our ant. We'll hold him up here before we unhook him and give you guys a good shot. So I knew this little ant pattern would come in handy up here. Get him unhooked. Where's our other nymph? Of course, it's in the net. Get our flies undone there. We'll get him some water before we hold him up here in the camera for you guys. See if we can't get a good grip on this guy and show him to you guys. These little guys are pretty squirmy. So this is what our brook trout look like up here, guys. They got these real pretty red spots going on them, and they got these red tail fins. So we'll go ahead and get a good shot of releasing this guy. We'll get him back in the water and release him good. Cool, we got our first fish up here, guys. Ooh, we got him. We did get him. We did get him. Alright. We got him. We got him. He's a little bit bigger. Well, maybe not. He's pretty decent size. For a little brookie, he's pretty good. We got him, though. He took our nymph pattern. We'll get him to come up. Let's get our net out here. These little guys are pretty feisty. They're not very big, but they're pretty feisty for sure. Keep them out of the grass. Come on, don't tangle us in the grass, bud. And they're easier to work with in the net. So let's get him over here, in close here. Come here, bud. There we go. Get the flies undone. Give you some water for a second, bud. There you go. if we can get a good shot of him here for everybody. Here's our brookies that we've been after. He's about, I don't know, 6.5, maybe 7 inches. Pretty good size. We'll give you guys a good release down here. Let him go back in the water. There he goes, unarmed. Got him. Oh, we got him. Oh, yeah, love it. Love it, love it. These little dudes are fun to catch. This little 3-weight is perfect up here. I'm glad I brought it with us camping. I do have the 4-weight in the car, but this 3-weight's absolutely fantastic up here. Keep them in the water. Get our net out from behind us. See if we can't get them in the net to work on them. There we go. We'll get some water on you guys for a minute. Oh, I got a big hole in the net. He just got out of there. Oh, well. Again. Got that guy. Got him, though. Oh, yeah. Third little brookie on today. I did get that guy. Try and keep him off this log and from going underneath of it. Alright. We'll put him in our net to work on him. Just to get that nymph out of him. There you go. Alright, here's our third brookie up here, guys. He's got them cool spots and the red fins. We're going to let him go. Ooh, we got that guy, though. We got him for sure. That was good. He's pretty good size. He's not big, but these guys aren't really that big. Stay out of the grass, bud. That little guy inhaled that one. There we go. Reading that. Sweet. So I think this is our 4th or 5th little brookie right now. Here, we'll hold him up real good for everybody. Get him on camera real good, and he's going to get released. There he goes. Ooh, we got him, we got him, we got him, we got him. This will be our 7th little brookie up here right now. These guys aren't very big, so that's why we have the 3-weight. But they're fun to catch. They're definitely fun to catch. Took a little bit of hiking to get up to here, but it's a fun little spot to come fish and hike. Get you in the net real quick. Oh, he already unhooked himself. Sweet. He came unhooked just right in the net there. Sweet. We'll hold him up. Here's 7. Right here. This little guy. Ooh. Careful, bud. Here, we'll get him down in the water here. There he goes. Ooh, we got that good little guy right there though. We got him. This is little brookie number 8, I'm pretty sure. And over here, put our net out. Ooh, this little guy's not wanting to go in our net. There we go. Get him down in the water in our net. So here's our 8th brookie while we've been up here. These are bigger than the ones that I was catching yesterday, that's for sure. The ones I was catching yesterday were pretty tiny. Go ahead and unhook our fly. We'll put him back in our net for a minute. Let him kind of mellow out in the net. So we'll hold him up real pretty for everybody. So this is brookie number 8 right here for everyone. And then he's going back. Oh, we got us another one. Got him, got him. This would be brookie number 9. Uh-oh, looks like one of these guys we released is not doing too hot. Which isn't good. Stick you in the net for a minute here. We might end up taking this guy home. I'll have to put him in a bag and bring him home with me. I got this other little guy on the line though, so we're gonna... I am allowed to keep these guys. I wasn't trying to, but this little guy, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do anything with. He's gonna go up there on the bank. We'll get this little guy in. Get him out of the grass up here. We got us another good little guy right here. He inhaled that fly too. We'll get him back down here in the water. Trying to keep my reel, rod, the fish in the net, and all that fun stuff. Alright, keep him in the water. Alright, we got this little guy free. Let him sit here for a minute. We might be bringing home a couple little brookies, I guess. Well, I am able to do that. I do have a license that allows me to keep fish, and I know what the limits are on these guys, so we'll go ahead and bring home a couple of these little guys and see how they taste. We'll put him up there. Ooh, we got that little guy for sure. There we go. Cool, cool. This is our 10th brookie up here. We got here at noon. So we'll bring this little guy in. Get him in our net. Keep him down in the water here. Go ahead and unhook our fly, get him back in the water. Make sure he's doing alright before we release him. He took that one right in the lip, so this little guy for sure can get released. We are allowed 20 of these little guys. I'm on 10 right now. I haven't kept 10. I've only kept 2, so, but we're allowed 20 of those guys if we are to keep them. Ooh, we got that little guy. Ooh, we got that little guy for sure. Alright, let's get him over here to our net. No, he's a little on the fatter side. He might actually be worth keeping. He's a pretty decent sized brookie. I think we'll keep this guy. We'll try it. We kept our rainbow trout last time we were up at our other fishing spot. But up here, we're going to go ahead and try some of these brookies. Like I said, we are permitted 20 of these guys. So I do have a license for the year. So as long as I don't take more than I'm supposed to, which I'm not planning on it, I think we're just going to lay these 3 guys over here in the net. They're alright. There's enough on there that we could get something to eat off of these guys at least. So I don't want them going bad in the next couple minutes of fishing over here. So I'm going to unclip these guys off my belt. Last shot up here. So we got dropped off up here, I'm pretty sure at like 2, and then we've been up here until 4. So we've been up here a couple hours. Here's our last view around up here. We'll get some good shots. We still got some rises going on down there, but we're kind of done for the day. We are keeping 3 fish. 2 of them got tagged pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and keep them. And then we caught a larger one, so we're going to try some brook trout. The rainbow trout we had was really good. So we'll take these little guys home, pan fry them, and they should be pretty good too. So we are permitted 20 if you have a valid fishing license, and I do have a valid fishing license, so I'm permitted up to 20. I'm only taking 3 today though. They're not very big, so we're not going to get a whole lot off them, but they should be good. But alright guys, I'm going to start my hike back down. We're going to head down that way, so we'll be back camp next. Alright guys, it's Ryan. It's the last day up here. So this is what your campsite should look like when you are done camping. There should be no trace that you were ever here. And if you can, you should always pick up if somebody else has forgotten to do so for themselves. So we do this. We walk it real good, make sure we got everything, make sure all of our gear's good, make sure that we've not dropped anything out of our pockets or any trash anywhere or anything like that. So one last view around. So we took the hammocks down, our tent. We didn't build a fire ring up here because there's no fires this year. So we got all of our wildflowers. So it's been a fun little vacation for the last 3 days, but we got to get back home. I got some animals to take care of and some people I want to talk to, so it's been fun. We caught 17 brookies so far on this trip, so all we really need now is our cutthroat. So I have 2 locations planned to just try and go get cutthroat one day. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been our camping adventure for the last 3 days, so hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody's having a fun summer, and you guys all be safe and take care out there.